Good evening all. Audio video clear? So today we are discussing, or in this session we are discussing the topic distance and direction. This is a topic where some of the geometrical aspects is also important, but mainly the idea of direction. In the last two videos discussed about ranking and ordering, and also seating arrangement. There also position of people or position of objects was what we need to fix. In this chapter also it is position of the object in most of the question, but here direction is also involved. So the basic theory I will explain. So for the new people, this is a course where we are completing all topics of UPSC CSAT in 40 lecture. You can check out other videos in this playlist and recommend it to your friends also if you feel it is useful. And completely free series, 30 minutes minimum for each topic, 40 lectures, 30 minutes each. So those people who are preparing for the upcoming exam or next exam also, those who are preparing for next year also, this video series will be useful. It is kept as a reference material for those people who want to prepare in the future also. So and not only for UPSC, for other exams also these videos are useful, because many of the exams have the same common topics. All the aptitude tests have somewhat similar topics itself, especially CSIR NET and GATE exam, because many of my subscribers are from CSIR NET and GATE. So those students, this series is very useful because most of the topics are common for UPSC and CSIR and UPSC and GATE. In GATE, extra verbal ability is there, verbal aptitude. In UPSC, that is not there. That is one major difference. But all the contents of UPSC more or less are there in CSIR and GATE. Okay, so let us start today's topic. For CSIR NET aspirants, if you want, you can join our full-length course, complete course it is called. These are the details of the complete course. For more details, you can contact the number given in this poster, or you can download our mobile application classes. There you can see all the details. So let's start. And new students, if you want to get free resources, check the description of the video or scan these QR codes. Our website, Telegram channel, WhatsApp group and mobile application links are given. And Telegram channel, we post the practice questions of each chapter so that you can use them for revising and practicing. And also other videos in this channel also, other playlists in this channel also you can refer for extra learning. So let us start. So distance and direction, as I told, some of the geometrical aspect which we already discussed in geometry unit or geometry chapters will be needed, especially Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem, base square plus altitude square or base square plus height square is hypotenuse square. That is Pythagoras theorem. And in geometry chapter, I told you about Pythagorean triplet also. Triplet means collection of three numbers. Now, Pythagorean triplet means a triplet which satisfies Pythagoras theorem is called Pythagorean triplet. For example, 3, 4, 5. Because 3 square plus 4 square is 5 square. Similarly, each of these are Pythagorean triplet. And one thing, any multiple of Pythagorean triplets are Pythagorean. This will also be helpful in this chapter. 3, 4, 5 double is 6, 8, and that is also Pythagorean, because 6 square plus 8 square plus equal to 10 square. And 3, 4, 5 triple is 9, 12, 15. 9 square plus 12 square is 15 square. So any scalar multiple, that means if you are multiplying by a common number all the numbers, that will also be Pythagorean, or that will also satisfy Pythagoras. These are some of the major Pythagorean triplets. If you can remember some of them, it is useful. And another aspect or very important aspect in this chapter you should know is about direction. You know about north, south, east, west, I am sure about it. But not only north, south, east, west, you should know about northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest also. In between north and south and east and west, there are other 4 directions that should also be clear. So yeah, you can connect it with Indian map so that you can remember it very easily. Where is North India? Where is South India? Where is northeastern states? You can think about those. Then you can easily connect it. Anyway, this directions also should be clear, and very rarely in some questions this trigonometric idea is also needed, especially tan theta, but very less number of questions needs that. So those of you want to refer this can refer this flashcard. Otherwise, when question comes, I will tell more about what is needed in trigonometry mainly. For UPSC exam, trigonometry related questions were asked very less, but for other exams, trigonometry related questions are also asked. So this flashcard is important for other exams. So in UPSC exam, the most important type or the most repeated type is direction sense question. Distance and direction itself, there are many types of question. One major type is direction sense question. Direction sense test also it is called. Direction sense test means the question paper setter checks whether you have a sense of directions. That is direction sense test. So with this question, I will explain more about it. Make a try, all of you. After that, I will explain more. This question is very simple. Right, left, north, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. These things, if you are clear, you can do this question. The visual mother is the most important thing. You have to draw the diagram. The answers. Okay, so I will explain. So how to draw the diagram, I hope all of you know, but I will tell you some tips and tricks so that you can do it faster. A tourist drives 20 km towards east. So for reference, if you want, you can just mention north, south, east, west is like this. A tourist drive 20 km towards east means towards this direction, like this. Like this, look at this PP so that it is more clear. So like this 20 km. Now that then question says turns right. Now the confusion is turns right means this way or this way. To avoid that confusion, what I can say is take the paper and turn it towards your face and check your right or left. That way you can decide easily right or left if you are getting confused. So if you, I cannot show by turning the screen. That is why you have to turn the paper and check it. And when you turn the paper and check, you will see that this is right. So turns right and drives 6 km means drive 6 km this direction. Drive 6 km this direction like this. This is 6 km. I hope all of you are clear. Then drive 6 km towards west. He is facing downward. Some people have doubt. If he is facing downward, east and west, will it interchange? No. Just imagine you facing downward or upward. Will the sun start rising in another direction or setting in another direction? No, right? So clearly west and east will not change, downward or upward, but right and left will change. Instead of west, if it was told right or left, then we can say that will change for sure. Upside down left is upright right, upright left, upright right, and upside down left right is upside left. That means if it is like this, left what is right, upside down opposite will be the direction. So now towards west means towards this direction. 6 kilometer towards this direction means will move, the tourist will move like this for 6 kilometer towards west. He then turns to his left and drives 4 kilometer. Then turns left and drives 4 kilometer. Left means here again, if you have got doubt, turn the paper and check. The left, you can see that left will be this downward direction. 4 kilometer he is traveling by turning left. And finally turns right and drives 14 kilometer. Yeah, right. Now he is downward. Your left is this now, but downward left will be opposite. Sorry, downward right will be opposite. So turns right means this will be the right for 14 kilometer. So the final movement will be like this, 14 kilometer. Is it clear? As it is a first question, I am elaborating it. Now the remaining questions we can actually do faster. So 14 kilometer this way, that is a final movement. So finally he is here. Is it clear to all of you till now? Can you please explain? To get to know about right direction, what you can do is, Charu, you can turn the paper towards your face and then see. Turn the paper towards your face and then see which is your right and left. That way you can decide. Like now, the movement is this way now. Turn it like this and then check left and right. That way you can easily decide it. So now, what is the answer? Question is asking, what will be the direction from the initial point? This is the initial point now. From initial point it is downward direction, that is south direction. So it is towards south for sure. And how much distance? This is 6 kilometer, this is 4 kilometers. So 6 plus 4, 10 will be this distance. All of you understood? 6 plus 4, 10 y. So final answer is south and 10 kilometer. 10 kilometer towards south from the starting point. Option says so, option D. So that is how a typical distance and direction sense test type question can be asked and can be answered. 10 kilometer towards south is the correct answer. So sometimes question will only ask distance, sometimes question will only ask direction. In both cases, you can do the same approach itself. If it is only asking direction, it is even more easier. So then let's go for more previous year questions. Try this question in 2022. This was asked. So here two people are moving, x and y, two people are there. So it's the same way we represented previous question, you can represent it separately for two people, x and y. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. Two friends x and y start running and they run together for 50 meters in the same direction. So same direction means as it is not mentioned any direction, you can go in any direction actually, because if you read further you will understand that there is no mention of north and south and east and west here anywhere in the question or options. So that north, south, east, west does not matter, only the distance matter. Answer also is asking only the distance, not the direction at all. Because to answer the direction, nowhere in the question direction is mentioned. So that cannot be answered. So that is why the starting which direction, that is totally up to you. You can decide which direction you want to start with. The two friends starting X and Y start running and they run together for 50 meter in the same direction. So let this be the same direction, 50 meter, like this. This be 50 meter and reach a point. So let this be the point. X turns right. Now first we will think about X. X turns right means, again, if you have confusion, turn the paper towards your face and see your right. That will be the right of X also. X turns right and travel for 60 meter. So you can draw it like this, downward, right 60 meter. So this is 60 from here to here. Then what will X do? Forget about Y. We will only first represent X. X turns left and run 50 meter. He is facing downward. So upward right is downward left and vice versa. So he turns left means upward right is this. So that will be that upside down left. So this direction 50 meter he will travel like this. So this is the movement of X. Same way you represent the movement of Y after reaching here. Y turns left and run 40 meter. From here left means this direction. Then question says what? After that Y is turning right and running 50 meter. So right is this direction 50 meter. So this is 50, this is 50. That means they are on the same straight line itself. They are on the same vertical line itself. How far are the two fronts from each other? This is 40, this is 60. So this straight line length also will be 40 plus 60, 100. Is it clear to all of you? Or if you have doubt, you can draw a rectangle. You can complete this rectangle and say that opposite sides are equal for a rectangle. So if this is 100, this is also 100. Very simple, na? Here no direction involved, only distance is involved. Drawing the picture is enough to answer this also. So another question asked in 2021 CSAT. Try this. Okay, so just like previous question, you can do this. Let us represent a Bangalore drives 10 km towards south. So here the involvement of north, south, east, west is there. So that directions you have to use 10 km towards south. So like this. Then from her house and turns to her left. So her left means upside down. So upright right is upside down left now. So this will be his this will be her left. So look at this picture so that will be more clearer. 10 km downward, then left 20 km. 20 km towards the left. She again turns left. From here left, this will be the left. Again turn the paper. If you have confusion, you will be able to understand it easily. And then drives for 40 km. So you have to keep the proportion. If this is 10, don't draw 40 as shorter than 10. So let this be 40 km. Then she turns to her right. So this is right now. And drives for another 5 km. She again turns to her right. So again right means this is the right. And drives for another 30 km. So look at this. This is 30. This much is 10. So 30 plus 10 is 40 now. So this full line is 40. So this will be in the same line itself. The house and the bank will be in the same horizontal line itself. That is what you should understand. Same horizontal line itself. Now what is the question? Shortest distance. The shortest distance between house and bank will be this straight line. This straight line, this 5 is the distance from here to here. And this 20 is the distance from here to here. So 20 plus 5, 25 is the correct answer. 25 is the correct answer, option B. Hope all of you understood this, how 25 is the answer. So here only distance is asked finally, direction is not asked. But if the question is asking direction, what is the direction of her bank from her house? East direction. Now this is east direction from her house. If the question is asking what is the direction of house from her bank, that is west direction. That all are different ways the same question can be tweaked. So try this question. This is little different from previous question. In a data sufficiency model, this is asked. So try this question. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. Consider the question and two statements given below in respect of 3 to R. Question is how far is city P from Q? The distance between P and Q, that is what the question is asking. Which all statements are needed to answer that? That is the question. City Q is 18 km away from R. So if you represent the picture, if Q is here, R is here, this is 18 km we can represent. The first diagram or first statement can always be represented randomly. But from that, can you say P and Q distance? In the first statement, P is not present at all. Without P being there, how we can say distance between P and Q? Only Q and R is present. Na? So statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Option A is clearly wrong. Now statement 2, P is 43 km from R. There Q is missing in the statement 2. So statement 2 alone also is not sufficient. Same logic as I told about statement 1. Now using both the statement, that is the next option. Using both the statement means In this diagram, how you can represent the other diagram? I mean, city P is 43 km from city R. P is 43 km from city R means, where will be P? Is it west? Is it east? Is it north? Is it south? Is it northeast? Is it northwest? Is it southwest? Is it southeast? All are possible, na? And in different angles it is possible. What I am trying to say is, P is 43 km from R means P can be represented like this. Then P to Q distance will be 48 plus 43 plus 18, 61. But what if P is perpendicularly drawn like this? On the north if P is represented, the distance will be, Pythagoras theorem you have to apply, the hypotenuse of this right triangle. Whatever be that value, that is different from 61 for sure. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? P can be positioned anywhere as you want, because question does not specify where to position it, or statement 2 does not specify it. That is why only by knowing that we can say the distance between P and Q. If P is positioned here, P and Q distance is this. If P is positioned here, P and Q distance is here. All these are different values for sure. So to determine means you have to find, there should be a single unique answer, na? So how far is city P from Q? From the given two statements also you cannot answer it. So option D, both statements are not sufficient, is the correct answer. All clear? A data sufficiency question asked in 2022. So if that is clear, one more variety I will show you. I am trying to show you all the possible varieties so that you will not be surprised when you see any type of question. So yeah, two more varieties are there actually. Yeah, try this one first. A minute. Yeah, try this one. 2019 this was asked. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining. PQR are three towns. The distance between P and Q is 60 km. Whereas distance between P and R is 80 km. Before drawing that, the direction is mentioned in the next sentence. So first you have to use that. Q is in the west of P. Q is in the west of P means, yeah, you can connect it with the Indian diagram, Indian map, then it will be easy to comprehend. Q west of P means P is in the east and Q is in the west. So P should be here, Q should be here. And R is in the south of P means R is this direction. Na? That means this will form a triangle, we can say. PQR. PQR form a triangle like this. Now what is the distance? P and R distance is 80. P and Q distance is 60. That is mentioned in the question. 60, 80 and the third side will be what? This is why I taught you Pythagorean triplet. Pythagoras theorem is not enough. Pythagorean triplet, if you know, I told you any scalar multiple of Pythagorean triplet is Pythagorean. Na? 6, 8, 10 if you know it is a Pythagorean triplet, or 3, 4, 5 double is 6, 8, 10. 60, 80, 100 is 10 times of that. Na? That is again a multiple of it. 3, 4, 5. If you multiply it by 20, you will get 60, 80, 100. So if you know 60, 80, 100 is Pythagorean triplet, 60, 80, third side you can directly write 100. No need to waste your time on this calculation. Otherwise you have to write all these steps. These steps can be avoided if you know about Pythagorean triplet well. 60, 80, third side 100. So Pythagorean triplet is important. Many questions in this chapter which was asked in previous years, if you know Pythagorean triplet, these steps can be avoided. Otherwise, these steps at least will take 30 seconds extra. Each question try to save every second possible so that you have more number of questions to try comfortably and get more marks and easily clear the cutoff. Is it clear? Same type as this question also, you can try it yourself. These are similar questions. This also Pythagorean triplet idea again can be used. One more question where angle is involved, that we will discuss. This question 2021, all other questions angle was not involved, but in this question angle is also involved. Make a try, all of you. So if you are watching me live or recorded, if you are feeling that the session is useful, do share it with maximum people. Do recommend it to those people who are preparing for upcoming exams. And also do hit the like button if you feel the session. That will help YouTube to recommend it to more and more people. And more people will be able to learn aptitude from this. Answers, some of you got an answer. Okay, so I'll explain. A woman runs 12 kilometer towards north. So towards north means this is the north direction. So I will just draw the picture first and the diagram so that if you have doubt in the how to draw. 12 kilometer towards north means this direction. Then 6 kilometer towards south means return, U-turn and come back. That means 12 minus 6, 6 kilometer only he goes upward. That is the meaning, or upward towards north direction. And then 8 kilometer towards east. 8 kilometer towards east means this direction. Na? So this is 6, this is 8. In which direction is she from her starting point? So her starting point is this, and the last point is this. Question is asking this direction. First of all, this is north, this is east. North and east in between is northeast. So option C and option A is eliminated because it is saying south of east means southeast and south of east again. So these two options are anyway eliminated. Other two options, northeast itself, but what is the angle? Is it less than 45 or more than 45? North of east means from east towards north, what angle? From east. From east means from this east line. Look at this picture for more clarity. From this east line, this finishing point, from the starting point, what is this line, this angle? How much angle it is? Is it less than 45 or more than 45? This is where either you can use trigonometry or in geometry I have told about triangle. Both ways you can do. If you use triangle, if it was 6 kilometer here, what will happen? 6 kilometer, 6 kilometer. This is equal sides, that is isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal triangle. That means two angles are also equal. So these two are 45 because this is 90 for sure. Angle sum property, please check out the lecture on geometry. Those of you have missed it, there I have explained more about triangles and its properties. Now 45, 45, and that confirms that this will be 45 if it was 6 here. But this is 8, so it is more than 6. So definitely the angle here, this angle was 45. This is more than 45. So the remaining will be less than 45. Question is asking about this remaining. That is why less than 45. That is one easy way to understand. Otherwise, if you are good with trigonometry, tan theta, if you know, that way also you can do. Many of you are actually of non-math background. For non-math background, the first geometrical explanation may be easier. For math background students, you can use trigonometry also, because this is 6, this is 8. So tan theta is opposite side by adjacent. Opposite is 8, adjacent is 6. So 8 by 6 is tan theta. Tan theta is 8 by 6. 8 by 6 is 8 by more than 1. More than 1 means tan 45 is 1. More than 1 will happen when it is less, when it is more than 45 degree. Again, you have to know about trigonometric ratios. Look at this ratios. 0 it is 0. Tan 30 it is 1 by root 3. Tan 45 it is 1. Tan 60 it is root 3. It is getting decreasing now. Sorry, it is increasing. Sorry, it is increasing. That way we can say that if it is 45, it will be 1. So if it is more than 45, then it will be more than 1. So this theta should be more than 45. That means the remaining should be less than 45. Again, those people who are not at all understanding this trigonometric idea, go for the geometric idea I told in the beginning. That is enough actually. So एंगल के हिसाब से कैसा सोल्व किया राखी? एंगल के हिसाब से हाँ, पाइथागोरस थ्योरम यूज कर सकता है, लेकिन उससे डिस्टेंस ही पता चलेगा ना, डायरेक्शन कैसा पता चलेगा? Okay, all of you understood this? Yeah, there may be many other ways of doing it. I just told one of the way. So option B is the correct answer. This was the one tricky question asked in this chapter. Other questions were actually not very difficult at all asked in the previous years. All clear? So that is about distance and direction chapter. Do let me know if you understood concepts properly. Angle, Pythagoras theorem से angle कैसा पता होगा राखी? I still didn't understand, because Pythagoras theorem only says the connection between base, height and altitude. No? Angle comes when it is connected to trigonometry or isosceles triangle idea. Okay, anyway, those of you want more resources from us, you can check out our mobile application, and also check the description of the video. You can find the links of all the resources we provide. And the flashcards that I am showing in the class, if you want it as an ebook in mobile application classes, in Google book also, in Google Books also it is uploaded, and also in Kindle also it is uploaded. Now in our mobile application it is available at a nominal price. Till your exam you can get it as at a nominal price, so that you can use it for revision. So and also CSIR NET aspirants, the complete course is there in the mobile application. For GATE also we are starting a complete course after June. From July 1st or 2nd week we will start that. For CSIR NET, if you want to join the complete course, check the description of this video, or go through this poster. More details you can see here. And also new students, check out our Telegram channel, where we post the practice questions of each chapter which we discussed in this playlist, and also our WhatsApp group, mobile application and website. There also we update study materials. Check the other playlist in this channel also. So that's it. Let's conclude for today. Tomorrow 2 classes will be there. One at morning 9 AM and evening 8:30 PM. So we will be completing the series most probably by this week itself. So that's it. Thank you all of you for attending this session. Have a good day. Share it to maximum people and comment on this video what you felt about this video. Okay, Rakhi, I will check that. I will check that idea if it is working, and maybe in the next class I will confirm if it is. So that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.